Yay! Welcome to day 8. Hey everyone. How's it going? Welcome replay viewers. Say hello in the comments. Wow. Feeling a little bit like I'm not awake yet. And it's the best time to kind of notice what sort of ripples are arising that want to be played with. So who's here? Love seeing that. And today I want to talk about clearing what's not, what did I say it was? Clearing what's not you. Yay, Sonia's here. Oh, good. This is cool. Okay. So clearing what's not you is, yay, hey, Sandy, is interesting. And this came to me as I have been talking to people and just recognizing, and right now I'm in the middle of the 5-day camp again, and how much of who we decide we are, who we think we are, comes from our past or our story. And so how much of what you decide you can and can't have comes from that. So today I'd love to play with kind of creating a new beginning. So hey Mandy, hey Sandy, hey Sonia. Okay, who else is here? Let's let people join. And just considering, like, what are those kind of labels that you've given yourself? Hi, Louisa. Awesome. From, your relationship experiences, from your childhood, from your body. I spent a lot of my years, teens, early 20s, really identifying as someone who had an eating disorder. And it was like this tool that helped me feel special in a way. And for so long, I recognized that that was something that it was a strategy that I kind of unconsciously created to try to control my life, try to get my parents' attention, to try to get attention from men. And it felt really, it made me feel real. So let's do a little clearing there. So like what kind of labels or stories are in your field that have helped you feel real and true here on the planet, that if you didn't have them, it would feel like a nothingness? So notice anything that brings up, and it may feel like angry or frustrating. Just notice what comes up, put it in here, and we'll let it go. Because I do, one of the questions I asked in the camp yesterday, which I think is a perfect one for here, and it was a real like big aha for me, was this question: what have you bought as true about you that actually isn't true and that keeps you small? What have you bought as true about you that actually isn't true, that is keeping you small? So whatever that brings up, will you destroy and uncreate that? So what are you as an infinite being? Okay, all of a sudden the numbers disappeared. Are you still hearing me? Can you Post in the comments if anyone's hearing me. It looked like maybe some internet thing might have happened. Okay, phew. All right. So, what have you bought as true that actually isn't true? So, looking at your life, what have you decided is so real and true that isn't real and true? And you don't need to come up with a lot of stories, but remembering you as an infinite being, the you within you, which, your body's actually the you within you, because the body, your spirit is bigger than your body, but the you within you is how I describe your truth. The Sat Nam is what we say in Kundalini Yoga. Sat Nam is truth, is my identity. The true essence of me is this energy, and it's what's, you are the universe. You are all things. So if we're locking into this idea that, oh, I'm the abandoned child, I'm the magnet for narcissists, I'm this diagnosis, or I'm whatever it is, then that's all you get. Then you're wearing the lens that is going to be looking for that. So that happens in dating a lot. So when people have decided, oh, there are so many scammers out there, you go online and it's full of scammers, or I can't trust men, or, there are no good ones out there. All of the limitations that come with the dating horror stories will continue to actualize in your life if that's the lens that you're wearing. So being really aware of what it is that you are deciding is real and true. I can't tell you how many people come to me and say, oh yeah, dating sites are only scammers. And it's like, well, I met my person on there. 99% of the clients I work with meet their person online, which also doesn't mean it's the only way. It's just that if you have an idea about something, then that's what you're going to see. So what can you do to be in the space of possibility so that you're not actually living out the lies and the limitations? So the way you do that is you start staying in the question, and you notice your words. You notice if you're speaking words of scarcity or limitation, or I don't have any money, or I don't, I'm not attractive, and like all of the things that I'm too old, that whether you're saying it out loud or not, if you're repeating it in your head a lot, then you're going to notice that that keeps happening. Okay, so I keep seeing the numbers disappear. I'm not sure what's happening with the internet. I just know that it can be really funky. So anyway, I'm just going to keep going, and hopefully this is recording, and then we'll have it there. So this is really amazing when you can start like looking at it like, wow, I'm going to be talking about this in the 5-day today. Actually, if you live in the belief that, most people are kind, that there are a lot of kind people in the world, that there's a lot of goodness in the world, that you are supported, that you can start affirming all of the ways you are supportive, and all of the ways that you have created your life. Like everything you've see in your life right now, you created. And it doesn't have to be a drama or beating yourself up, but everything is a reflection of your consciousness. So as you grow into expanding your consciousness into a place of, wow, things are working out for me. I know how to, I know who I am, and I know how to connect to myself and my own wisdom, and I trust life, then there's nothing that you can't handle. And so if you believe in any of the stories of your past, or if you anchor into them, let's say, I mean, you don't have to get rid of them, and it's not like you're deleting your brain of your past, but being able to be in relationship with your past in a way that supports you in creating a greater future. If I locked into, wow, my parents weren't around, they must not have loved me, I was unlovable, and I keep doing, I'm unlovable and I'm unlovable, like that's my story, that I started out unlovable, like, and I keep doing that, then I probably wouldn't have met Larry. I probably wouldn't have put myself out there dating. I probably would have just keep picking people that can reinforce that story. It took really transforming that in order to actually receive something different. So if we didn't even need our past, so that's kind of a fun thing to acknowledge. Okay, if all the power is here and now, Eckhart Tolle, the power of now, if all the power is here and now, then what choice can you make to create a greater future? If none of that even mattered, the divorces, the toxic relationships, the pain from the past, all of it, if none of that even mattered, and you could start here, what do you know about yourself? Well, right here and now, you are the most powerful being, and you live in a universe of choice. So anywhere where you feel like you're kind of on the roller coaster of life, being jerked here, jerked there, and not aware that you are the most powerful, that you live in a choice universe, whatever that brings up, put it in here, and we'll let that go. And so let's play a little game here, because one of the tools I use verbally is when I recognize that I'm kind of buying into something, a story or a belief from the past. Oh, wow. No one's going to want to show up for the class or something like that. Then I can go, oh, wow, I used to believe that, people wouldn't show up for a class if I taught it. I used to believe that. And now I'm choosing to open up to receive a lot of people showing up for my class. And even if they don't, it doesn't matter. Like, I am open to creating from a new place. So I used to feel this way, and now I feel this. I used to feel unattractive, and now I am celebrating my beauty. And yeah, if you don't fully feel that in your body, then you're going to want to do some of the deeper work that supports you in actually getting to a place. But right in this moment, you can acknowledge that the past is the past and it's just become a story of your past. And for some, it can be a really helpful exercise just to look back and go, oh, okay, well, what did that bring me? What did that create for me? If I were to tell the most loving and empowering story about my past, how would I tell that story? We may have been telling it from the most dramatic or the most like victim-y point of view, or the most hopeless view, or the most angry view. And all of that can create like a momentum in the energy. If you knew that the universe was here supporting you, adoring you, guiding you, what story would you tell? I call this exercise Old Lady on the Porch. Old Lady on the Porch is when you take an experience that has been difficult for you, a story that's been hard, that's vulnerable, that's hard, and you imagine being the old lady on the porch telling this to a young person, because I've actually had this experience so many times when I was working at the senior center, where women would tell me stories of their life and how much it transformed them, or how they grew, or how they learned something about themselves, or even celebrating, wow, I survived that. I survived the Holocaust. I survived this, divorce, or losing a baby, or whatever the thing was that you're like, holy moly. And yet they're in a place of telling it from this powerful place. So Old Lady on the Porch is that opportunity to look back and do even the writing exercise or something. We don't really have that time here, but go back and look. An Old Lady on the Porch is one of the tools in the Love Attraction Toolkit, which is on my website. You can go check it out. Maybe it's on my website. I don't know. It's maybe in the products. If it's not, you can ask me. But it's 50 tools for change. And they're all really powerful, love attracting tools that help us get past the things that hold us back. And this is one of them. So, doing that, but also then acknowledging you in the present moment and how you get to be in this new place. If you didn't have to have any reference points of something that happened, or trying to avoid that happening again, or, manipulating things in your life because, oh my God, I do not want this same configuration to occur, then you can be in a place where you're aware. So what awareness can you have in this moment with you and the universe and your inspirations and what you would like to create, and just say, okay, what would I like to create? And what wants to happen? What choice can I make today that would create a greater future? So closing your eyes right now and just being aware, almost like you're drawing a line in the sand. That was then, and this is now. That was then, and this is now. That was then, and this is now. And here in this moment, sensing and perceiving you, arriving, being present with you, showing up for you, saying hello to you, noticing what it's like to be you without any of the labels, without any of the stories. Give yourself the experience of you there. And as you do, notice what begins to bubble up in your awareness. What's bubbling up in your awareness right now? What do you know about you right now? What would you like to acknowledge about this moment? Just receiving and allowing the energies, the awarenesses, the words, maybe the pictures, receiving and allowing anything that's arriving here and now. And with each breath, sensing and perceiving. You may even have an inspiration of an action that you'd like to take today. Just noticing how it is to be here and now without having to reference anything from the past. What would you love? What would you love? What's available here? What wants to be known? Receiving, allowing, and then entering into your day from this space, this presence. What if this was day one for you? What if this is day one of your life? What can you choose if this was day one? Play with that today and post in the comments whatever you're noticing. If you want to share and declare, I love share and declare because that puts it out into the universe. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.